Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of UmbrasDarkness's Rambles. On today's show, we will be talking about special ants. I have been asked so many times, why is my troop power not high? What's going on? Why am I losing battles that it says I should be winning? So, that's what I'm hoping to clear up here. By special ant discussion, I do specifically mean war special ants. I do not mean development special ants. I only mean war special ants. I also would like to point out that I will be having a tier list on special ants coming out in the next week. However, with the complexity of special ants needing to be broken down by tier based off of what unit troop they are leading, I have postponed the releasement of this. But I wanted to get this video out to as many people as possible before SVS day on Thursday. So, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, I just wanted to say please subscribe, like, share. We're at 50 subscribers. Big 50. Thank you all for every one of you that have done that. Again, every 100 subscribers, we will be doing a $20 Google gift plate giveaway for the entire life of this YouTube channel. So the sooner you subscribe, the more entries you have, the more likely you are to earn it. You must be a subscriber to have an opportunity to earn the $20 Google Play. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. War special ants are probably some of the most special ants that the most important ants that you will have in the entire game. There are a few development ants that are also important that I'll cover on a different video, but for now, special ants are super important for the ability to increase your pro power unit or any March unit power. However, the March units that you should focus on if you've been watching my series are Pro Unit and March Unit 1. The most important thing that you need to remember with this is that stamina is attached to the rally center. It is not attached to your to your special ants. So you can move insects, you can move special ants around to wherever you have stamina in order to continue to hit your enemy, in order to continue to hit that insect, whatever you want to hit. The number of troops does two things when you do that. It increases the overall power of your pro rally unit or your rally unit in general, and it increases the number of troops that you can have in each line and the effectiveness of your special ants. So, how does this affect your special ants? The more troops that each special ant has, the more damage it does. So if you look here, it says I will skill 2 will do a 55% chance of dealing 232.5% damage to one random enemy squad within its effective range. The effective range being 2. The 232.5% damage that it has a potential of doing is part of an equation and in which you take the number of troops that is leading in its row. So in this case, it would be 101,850 troops in this row. You multiply it by the 232.5%, and then you multiply it by the troop that it's leading's attack. So in this case, 73. And then you would multiply it by evolutions, whatever your evolution multiplier is. From there, damage and health are calculated, or correction, health and defense are calculated, which I don't know the exact formulas are, so I don't want to advertise something that is false. And then you get your end damage. With that being said, as you could tell based off of part of it being the number of troops it's leading, the most important thing about your troops is not the level of any other skill other than skill 1 and skill 6. And that is because it drastically increases the number of troops that you can hold. After that, the most important skills to lead are skill 2, skill 5, and skill 8. Each one of these are called active skills. Skill 3, skill 4, and skill 7 for every special war ant are what we call passive skills. They're always in effect, they do nothing beyond boosting stats. Your active skills are going to be what causes the special ant to deal damage. So, in order to easily and positively relay this information, there is a chart in order to get this through. This is a chart that floats around, is inside of the Discord. It'll be posted in the description below of this YouTube video. But it talks right here. Skill 10 and skill 1 are the two skills that you unlock. So skill 10 or skill 1 you unlock to level 10, meaning you give it the most amount of troops that you have. And then skill 1, so that way your special ant is actually doing, or skill 2, so that way your special ant is actually doing damage. After that, you don't want to go any farther until you can unlock the 6th skill. The reason that is that the 6th skill is the hardest skill to unlock out of any of them because it requires an exact copy of that special ant. So a golden armor would require another golden armor, a driver would require another driver. It also requires you to be level 35 on the special ant. So until skill 6 is unlocked, save your spores. Spores are so hard to get. And you don't want to invest your resources into an ant just because it's a good ant, but you don't have a dupe. A golden spiny, probably one of the worst orange ants, if not the worst orange ant out there. Tier list coming soon. With a dupe and being able to max out skill 6 is more important than a golden armor without a dupe not being able to unlock skill 6. Again, tier list coming soon. So until you have skill 6 unlocked, you don't want to go past skill 1 to level 10 and skill 2 to level 1. After that, you can start leveling up in the same order of this chart. The reason behind this being skill 7 and skill 8 take 5 shells altogether, skill 7 taking 2 orange shells, skill 8 taking 3 orange shells, and you still want the special ant now that you know that it has value because skill 1 and skill 6 are unlocked. You still want it to be able to do damage, keep your troops alive, everything like that. So skill 2 and skill 5 are active skills, and they will continue to do damage, which is why they are prioritized here above skill 3 and skill 4 for passive skills. This chart is all about utilizing your damage skills to the maximum extent possible while maintaining your passive skills at a lower level but not too low of a level. It's the same reason that you want to save for the 3rd orange shell to unlock skill 8 before you ever unlock skill 7. So again, skill 7 takes 2 orange shells, 2 generic orange shells, and skill 8 takes 3. However, skill 8 is an active skill, a skill that does damage, and skill 7 is a passive skill that will just increase your troops' durability. The chart beyond that is pretty straightforward, so I hope that there's no questions. If there is any questions, please leave a comment in the YouTube video or message me on Discord. My username will be in the description below, or at me, UmbrasDarkness, on the worldwide Discord, or worst case scenario, find me on server 174, and I'm happy to talk anytime, any day. The last part that I want to touch on quickly for special ants is range and units. And that's because I want people to understand why you have special ants the way that they are. So real quick, and we'll get more into this at a later time. Your special ants, there are 3 different types of special ants, and they are as follows. Your 3 special ants are melee special ants, ranged special ants, and support special ants. And if you look at the skills, I am following the chart to a T, leaving the skills exactly as they are until they're maxed, minus Jack Jumper. As you can see, I unlocked skill 7, and that's solely because I had enough shells to, and Jack Jumper is my other damage dealer. Your teams you want to consist of 3 different options. You either want melee, melee, range, melee, range, range, or the way that I run my team for PvP is I run support, melee, range. The reason that you want to run these depends on the troop type that you're running. But for carriers, they're a rounded unit. They're not super good at any one thing, except for they're super fast. So you want your front row to be super hot, healthy, super high. So skill 7 increases my troops' health. Skill 7 increases my troops' health. And skill 5, disabling attack, keeps my troops alive longer. What that does is it allows my front row to stay alive longer, making it so that way the length of the battlefield stays at 6 total. And then I want my melee unit to be on the second row, so that way its range of 2 will not be usable against my troops, right? You're not going to hit your own troops, and will only hit my opponent's front troops, right? So all of the damage that Golden Armor can do will be focused on just my front row, my opponent's front row troops. And then Jack Jumper being a ranged unit, obviously you want to be all the way at the back. So I hope that gives an idea, an inkling into how PvP should work, or PvE if you're having issues. But I just wanted to touch on it real quick because this is a basic special ant video. So again, you either want support, melee, range, melee, melee, range, or melee, range, range for your special ants. You want to try to invest into universal special ants more than you want to try and invest into any type of special ant that does not say universal up here. One last shout out, please subscribe, like, comment, share if you like this type of content. If you think this video was a little bit better because it was a little bit faster, a little bit more your style, please let me know in the description below. If you're like, Umbras, this video was really fast, it was not long enough, you have way more information you want me to tell you, and instead of breaking it into multiple different YouTube videos, you'd rather I try and get it all inside of like a 20-minute video, please let me know. I just want to say thank you guys. The amount of support that I'm getting at such a fast pace is huge. As always, stay humble, stay hungry, stay happy. Until next time, it's been a blast.